Well, here we are at Mountain's Edge, getting ready to soup up this EVO stock. They're pretty good sleds. Pretty much zero ground clearance though, as you can tell. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this trenchers kit on and some Fox shocks. Also a set of Axis running boards. Get rid of these snow catchers. Also gonna put an aftermarket CDI, give her a little bit of extra juice. And we're gonna make this thing work better than it did before. So sitting like this with stock suspension, we're about a little under 6.5 inches of ground clearance. And we'll just call it right to that ridge there. Call it 17 inches right there. Let's see what we can do. So there's our first side mocked up. Nothing's tight and we don't have the Fox shocks on yet. We don't have any bushings for them yet. But as you can tell, it's already sitting a lot taller on that side. And it also looks a hell of a lot better. One thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to cut this tie rod probably a couple inches because as you can see, that one's straight and that guy's way off. So I got the first side mocked up. Shocks in, not secured. A couple more things we need to do to make that fully work. But what we did to make these Fox floats work is just took the upper bushings from, well, both sides and just put it in the bottom. Just gonna need to drill that bottom hole a little bit bigger to fit a bigger bolt for the collar. But it's probably about how high it'll sit, just like that. Gonna need to cut this tie rod back and probably rethread it. So I cut 1.5 inches off the tie rod. So then we'll just thread that back in once I put my phone down. See how it sits, and then I guess we'll start on the other side and make it look as cool as that does. Well, I've got both sides mocked up. Unfortunately, we're missing the bushings out of this shock. So we'll be waiting on those, but all in all, super easy install. All I had to do was trim about 1.5 inches off each tie rod. And yeah, she fit like $1 million. Look at all that ground clearance now. Holy shit. So she's got about a foot of ground clearance compared to about a little over 6 before, and that point we measured off is now at 24 inches. That's quite the difference. So now we did order some springs in the back to bring that up as well, because as of right now she's leaning back pretty hard. But all in all, it's gonna be a wicked little sled.